This podcast is brought to you by Tidewater Community College's Connect to TCC program. Welcome back to Meaningful Momentum. I am Miss Brown, your host. If this is your first time here, you can just think of me as your aunt or your good friend who you call for advice or just a chat when it's time for you to kind of get your mind ready and set as you transition through some of the wonderful experiences that you're having in your college career. So this was rooted in making sure that there was a chance for students to consume content that helped them be more meaningful as they're moving through and cultivating their life and careers. And so if you're a high school student about to enter into college, welcome, welcome, welcome. This stuff is helpful for you. If you're a college student about to transition right out into the workforce, you already knew where you needed to be at this point. So thank you for continuing to listen and create some of those good habits in yourself. And what I mean by that is if you are consuming things that are feeding you and helping you maintain a mindset, again, a meaningful mindset as you continue to cultivate your life, that's a good thing, right? So count Miss Brown as one of those people you sort of chat with to just kind of get your mindset on being successful and achieving your goals. So again, thank you. Welcome back, or welcome to some of you as well. So today's topic, we're going to talk about unlocking success, the power of self-efficacy. And if you have been with me, you know that I am an educational psychologist, and this is my jam. So I'm really excited about today's brief episode, as I hope you're either walking to class or going to the calf or something. But either way, so happy you're here. We're going to talk about the power of self-efficacy. So self-efficacy is a term that was introduced by psychologist Albert Bandura. It refers to our belief in our ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish tasks. You know I love a good definition, you guys. So basically, it's the confidence that you have in your own skills, your own knowledge, and your own capabilities to overcome challenges and achieve the things that you want. So my main point here is that it has nothing necessarily to do with your level of determination, right? We're not talking at this moment about a growth mindset. We're talking about your self-efficacy, about how you feel about your abilities, how you feel about how smart you are, how you feel about how capable you are. And in that, it determines whether or not you're able to overcome some of those challenges. Again, we're not talking about grit or a growth mindset. I'm taking a step deeper, not necessarily into those actions, but into the thoughts that you have about yourself. So why is it that I'm so pressed about self-efficacy? Because I know that it's important to your success, okay? And so let me just give you some examples, right? So imagine you're starting a new project. And so whether you're trying to launch a business before you graduate, or maybe you are writing a book while you're in school, or any of these number of things that can be like a creative adventure. So just think through that a little bit. And so with high efficacy, you're going to approach the task with a high level of confidence and determination. You're already going to believe that you're able to do it. So you're going to be navigating all the different obstacles that come along with creating something new, specifically businesses or writing books, right? You're going to be navigating that just in a different mindset and in a different way than if someone who doesn't believe. So if you truly believe that you right now possess the ability to do something, it's going to fuel you. It's going to motivate you when stuff comes up against you, random obstacles or whatever. You're going to persevere through that. And as you have that self-efficacy, it allows you to be able to create and generate success on your own, right? And so and I know I keep going back to this because people confuse a growth mindset versus having self-efficacy. Growth mindset is specifically talking about the actions that you're taking that lead to success. Meaning, do you have the ability, or have you done an action that has shown that you're able to keep going after you're failing? I'm talking about self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is how you feel about yourself, which in turn, those actions will look like you have a growth mindset, right? So people with high efficacy, they have growth mindsets. And so I want to talk about the root, that internal piece first, because in order to get to a growth mindset, we have to start working on developing and cultivating our self-efficacy. So now I'm gonna give you another example because I like a good story. So another scenario. So you're faced with a really challenging assignment or like an exam or like a really big paper, right? And so when you have strong self-efficacy, you trust your ability to understand the material, right? You know that you are able to apply effective study strategies, habits. You are comfortable asking for help. Let's say, for instance, you're not too comfortable with your study habits or your writing ability. You're going to lean into someone who you know is willing to support, and you're going to take that advice. You're not going to be afraid to ask for help when you don't know. And so this confidence enables you to, again, approach the task with a positive attitude. It helps you be able to manage your stress, especially when we're talking about these big projects. When you're confident about your ability not only to execute, but also know that if you need it, you'll tap into somebody who can support you. You're going to be able to manage that stress more effectively. And again, ultimately excel at whatever it is that exam or that paper or that project is, because your efficacy is high. Again, the self-efficacy leads to, the outward manifestation. What it looks like to have self-efficacy is that you have a growth mindset, those actions that show that. So what I'm looking to do is make sure that you guys are able to just develop self-efficacy. And so that helps to foster your resilience or persistence when it comes to these failures and setbacks. I'm always told that, hey, listen, I know you make it a point to talk about when people fail. And someone said, I don't like when you say that. Say if. No, failure happens. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. When failure happens, let's talk about how we can make sure that we're resilient. Self-efficacy does that. When you build your self-efficacy, it puts you in a position to be resilient when failure happens, right? So rather than you looking at obstacles as things you can't get over, your self-efficacy has turned you up in a way to where you're like, oh, this is just something that happens. I wasn't expecting it to happen, but it did. But these are the actions that I'm going to take to make sure that I can jump up and continue moving forward, right? And so basically, you have more of an ability to tap into the positive side when these obstacles come up because you've stretched that muscle. So cultivating self-efficacy isn't just about believing in your own abilities, right? That would be too easy because some people be faking it. I'm like, oh, I believe, but they really don't believe, right? So it's more about recognizing the role of effort and perseverance in achieving your success. So you're mainly focusing on you and what you've done, right? So by setting a challenging yet attainable goal, let's talk about that. If you break those tasks down into manageable steps and you continue to celebrate your small victories along the way, you can slowly but surely just build your confidence and belief in your ability to succeed. So what I'm saying is that you can't fake self-efficacy. It has to be trained in you. You have to pursue a lofty goal, right? You have to break that thing down into smaller, manageable, I always like to say little bite-sized chunks, right? Celebrate yourself along the way as you meet those smaller, more manageable, bite-sized benchmarks, right? And the more you succeed, the more you continue to chip away at that larger goal, you're building your confidence. The only way to be able to do that, to boost your self-efficacy in this scenario and what I'm referring to, is you picking a goal that you feel like you really can't do and go on and jump in that thing and try to get it done. So as you pursue your goals and whatever it is that you're aspiring to do, just remember the power of self-efficacy. So believe in yourself, trust in your abilities, embrace every challenge and opportunity for you to be able to grow, because what that does is it helps you cultivate, grow, and strengthen your self-efficacy so that as you continue through whatever journey it is that you're on, right? High school into college into your career field, you're giving yourself a tool that allows you to be successful in every single area of your life. You're boosting your self-efficacy, and that's the key to success. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. I am Miss Brown, your magnificent host. Thank you for joining Meaningful Momentums. And until next time, cultivate your self-efficacy and watch as you unlock the door to limitless possibilities of success. Have a fantastic day.